This is a very expressive and savage instrument, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gregory Koch. I'm at Wildwood Guitars, ensconced in the warm bosom of the Rocky Mountain High. Sorry, been a long day and I'm getting a little crazy. But this guitar is magnificent. It's an Eric Clapton Masterbuilt Stratocaster, built by John Cruz in the Fender Custom Shop. Serial number JC765, weighing in at 8.25 pounds. These guitars have a 9.5-inch radius, but a vintage style fret, which is kind of an interesting amalgam. Flatter radius, but still with that small fret. I personally think it makes it easier to do certain vibratos. Guitar chimes a certain way. It's got a soft V neck. These have these Vintage Noiseless pickups in here, but it has the illustrious Clapton preamp on here, which is something that adds a level of versatility to this guitar that is unparalleled in the eyes of many. Now, what I tried to do on that first opening musical salvo was to try to exemplify the traits of the preamp by playing on the neck pickup with the volume down a little bit so you can hear how it sounds to turn the volume all the way up. And then I proceeded to, at one point, engage the mid boost all the way up. The mid boost is controlled by this second tone control, for those of you who do not know. The first tone control is a TBX tone control, which adds some highs, because once you turn that mid boost all the way up, it's almost like a fuzz. It beefens it up in a certain way. It really pushes those mid frequencies, and sometimes you need a little frosting on the top so that the notes have a little bit more clarity to it. So basically what happens is that preamp's always on, even if you have this all the way off. And what that means is when the volume's full up on the guitar, it's pushing the amp in a way that a normal Stratocaster doesn't do. So it gives you a little bit more oomph, as it were. So check this out. What I usually like to do is if we have the volume, I usually like to turn the volume a little bit down. Now my neck pickup here. So that's the guitar with the volume down a little bit. It's on like 7. Now I'll turn it all the way up and you'll hear how it pushes the amp more. And the amp's really not on that I mean, I think the amp's on like 3 or something like that, isn't it? It's Hot Rod Deluxe. So with the amp on 3, you turn the volume all the way up on the Strat, it pushes the amp quite a bit. And it's always got this nice glassy veneer to it from the preamp. I personally dig that. I think it's pretty cool. You can always tell when Clapton's playing because it's got that little glassy veneer thing that is provided by this preamp. All right. Now on the TBX tone control, you can turn it down a little bit. On the production line model, there's a little detent at 5. But on the custom shop ones, there is none. So there's no speed bump. I just always have it all the way up. and just kind of mess with the volume control for messing with the tone and so on and so forth. And then if you want, you can bring up this tone control. Now you don't have to go from 0 all the way to 10 all the time. There's all kinds of sweet spots in between. But here's with it all the way off. Here's with it all the way on. You get the idea. It fills it with filth. You know what I'm saying? Juicy filth, pungent filth. Take and feast. So what I wanted to do also for you to show you where this Strat kind of gives you a little bit more oomph is on that number 2 position. Clapton likes to use that quite a bit, but who doesn't? It's a cool Strat tone. On the number 2 position, of course, is the bridge and the middle pickup together. With this preamp, it gooses the amp in a certain way where you got a little bit more compression and bite than you would get with a normal Strat. Sounds sexy. Now I'm going to turn that preamp all the way up on that tone. You can hear how it sounds. Okay, let's go all the way to the back pickup, bridge pickup by itself. What's nice about this is that when you have that preamp all the way up, TBX tone control all the way up, it gives it kind of a humbucker-ish tone, which is really cool. Sometimes I like to add an overdrive on top of that. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's an Eric Clapton Stratocaster Masterbuilt in the Fender Custom Shop by John Cruz. Serial number JC765. I'm Greg Koch for Wildwood Guitars, bidding you a fond farewell.